I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much better.
if I may ask one other question. Mr. President,
That's enough.
Welcome to today's Cable News Craziness, where we take a look at some of the craziness that takes place on cable news. Today, for the second day in a row, Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon from CNN, they have thoughts about things, and they are crazy. Apparently, everyone who voted for Donald Trump, you're a Klansman. You're a rioter. You're a traitor. Roll it.
Now what you hear is, well, you can't say that everybody who voted for Trump is like the people who went into the Capitol. Response.
You can't say that. What? Everybody's like
everybody who voted for Trump is like them.
No, I just explained to you. If you are on that side, you need to think about the side you're on. I am never on the side of the Klan. I am principal people, conservative or liberal, never on the Klan side. Principal people, conservative or liberal, never on the Nazi side. Principal people who are conservative or liberal, never on the side that treats their fellow Americans as less than, that says that your fellow Americans should not exist, that says your fellow Americans should be in a concentration camp, or that sides with slavery, or sides with any sort of bigotry.
Right, and if they say, I don't agree with those people, I just like Trump's policy.
Well, then get out of the crowd with him. Get out of the crowd with him.
I wasn't in the crowd. I just voted for Trump.
You're in the crowd who voted for Trump. If you voted for Trump, you voted for the person who the Klan supported. You voted for the person who Nazis support. You voted for the person who the alt-right supports. That's the crowd that you are in. You voted for the person who incited a crowd to go into the Capitol and potentially take the lives of lawmakers, took the lives of police officers, took the lives of innocent lives who were there on the Capitol that day. You voted on that side.
Contemptible is a word that got used here, and it is absolutely correct. These two are contemptible. The idea that anyone that voted for Donald Trump is responsible for what happened there at the Capitol is just completely 100% wrong. That riot, that insurrection, which is exactly what it was the result of those individuals making that decision to go into that building and try to disrupt that electoral college certification. And now we're learning that maybe this has been in the works for weeks. And if that's the case, well, it's hard to make the argument that Giuliani, Trump, and Congressman Mo Brooks are somehow responsible for that, but we can talk about that at another date. Let's talk about their argument here. Anyone that voted for Donald Trump is on the side of slavery, racism, the Klan, and these rioters. Obviously, this is not true. It is just absurd, and they're the ramblings of an insane man talking to another insane man. But this standard is never applied anywhere else. You want to hear some examples? I'll give you one right now. How about the guy that went to a baseball field and tried to kill a bunch of Republicans who were planning for a congressional baseball game? He went to kill them specifically because they were congressmen and because people on the left, including Bernie Sanders and AOC and Elizabeth Warren, had convinced him that Republicans wanted people to die. They were denying them health care because Republicans wanted people to die. And he said, I can't allow this to happen. I'm going to go kill those individuals. That's what happened. He had a list in his pocket with their names on it. It was domestic terrorism. We all agree with that. But nobody said Bernie Sanders is the same as this guy. Nobody said that anyone that voted for Bernie Sanders for president is the same as this guy or responsible for this guy, because that makes absolutely no sense. Yet here it is, being pushed on national television as if it's an absolute fact. And it's not an absolute fact. It's an insane thought that makes no sense. And you cannot keep these ridiculous standards up, because you can't say stuff like this and then the next time something happens goes, nope, it has nothing to do with it. The people who went out in the streets over the last few years and burned police stations, cars, and businesses, do you guys think they voted Republican or did they vote Democrat? Oh, they voted Democrat? They probably voted for Joe Biden? Okay, if they voted for Joe Biden, that means every single person who voted for Joe Biden is responsible for what happened in all of these cities. It makes no sense. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. If you want to find out who's responsible for this, look at who they're arresting. And if individuals are saying that what happened there is okay, then you can go after them for believing that. Just like people who said what was happening in the streets over the last couple of years was fine. Completely acceptable political violence. You know, these two guys standing there right now saying all this stuff. Go after them, point that out. But you don't get to just say every single person, all 75 million people that voted for Donald Trump are somehow with the rioters. Because that's not the case. I voted for Donald Trump twice. And I'm not with those rioters. I think they're seditionists. They should be locked up. So I don't get this argument. It makes no sense. But it doesn't have to. This is not about informing people. It's about inflaming people. And that's what they're doing here. So that's just sad. It's cable news craziness. And we'll continue bringing it to you every single day. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, and come on back tomorrow.
I'm Lacey Dyer, and we're at Supreme Lending in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm the branch manager, and I have been in the real estate market for 8 years. We're about service, we're about taking care of our clients, and we're here for you as a guest. Our office is all about the customer experience. Whether you're a veteran or a first-time home buyer or this is your fifth home, we look forward to serving you.